All right. We are now running. We are live. And listen, y'all, I'm super excited about the guest that I have today on Green Room Antics. First of all, First of all, if you haven't been watching any of these episodes previously to this, listen, I got so many great leaders, so many people within our community as a whole, musicians, worship leaders, pastors, singers, other people outside of that who have come in to sit with us in the green room at Green Room Antics and discuss the heart around the church, to discuss the heart around their episodes and the things in which we've said. And today I have the privilege of sitting across from the man of the hour, Lajuan Goodwin. This man, first of all, um, I just want to say this to y'all. One of the most incredible drummers in our city. If
Blessings,
y'all don't
man.
know him, he's already been he's sought after. He's gone to many concerts when people come in town. This is the guy. This is the guy that they want in the room, just because he kills every time. The first time that I actually met Lajuan is actually participating with Isaac Cates and Ordain. Oftentimes, Isaac will actually reach out to Lajuan and be like, "Hey, dog, I need you to sit in. I need you to
Yes,
fill
sir.
in and hang out with us and play." And this dude, I was like, man, he's incredibly talented. Love him. He is amazing. Now, the reason that we're here, as I mentioned, Green Room Antics. Let's just kind of give you the spiel about Green Room Antics. First of all, I want to welcome you guys into this space. Welcome into Green Room Antics. This is a place where the raw, unedited segment of the Worship Afterisms podcast. This is a place where we get a vibe check with our leaders and the people who make the music. Also, if you were with us the last time we did this, I've been sitting with God for a little bit, and the Lord has made me understand specifically that this space is not just a space for our leaders to come in and habitate and chat and have conversation, but this is also the meeting place for those who live their lives on the outside of the church to discuss what God is doing in the condition of the world. This is a place where we have become the bridge between the gap of the church and the world and those that we were meant to pursue. So today, I get to chat with Luan, my boy. We'll chat a little bit about his background in worship, and we'll get some more stuff from him and let God move as usual. Let's do it.
Let's
What's up,
do it.
Luan? Welcome.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, bro.
Good, man.
I'm
Good,
doing
man.
pretty
I'm
good.
happy to be a part of the show, being able to participate, give
Yeah,
y'all a
bro.
little bit of what I am, who I am, and what that in
Yeah,
details.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm excited to have you for sure,
for
man.
sure, man.
What I want to do is start and chat with you a little bit briefly about your worship story. Tell the people, tell the community who you are, what you've done, where you've been.
Okay, okay. So, I am Lajuan Goodwin. I'm from the small town of Leavenworth, Kansas. I grew up there most of my life as a PK. My father was a pastor. He started his church when I was 2 years old, and I pastored until he retired in 2015.
Come on.
Um, I personally did not want to be a part of the musical lineage that my family had. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I did not want to be. I didn't want to play drums. I didn't want to sing. I
Why
didn't
is
want to do
that?
none of it.
Talk to us about that.
So I was way more into sports, and I was an athlete. I was into girls. It was
Okay.
it was it was
We'll be
everything.
into it
It
for
was
sure.
everything else outside of music because I wanted to have my own thing, kind of like, okay, my family's known for music and
Yeah.
doing music and singing and preaching and playing.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a family thing. I want Lawan's thing. You know what I'm
Man, I
saying?
feel like
So
that's kind of like a popular thing amongst
yeah,
like PKs or people who come from like famous parts of the family. I have a friend that was in high school with someone
hmm
who's actually pretty famous in Kansas City,
yeah,
and we used to be like, "Are you gonna sing? Because you can kill. You can kill
yeah.
like your mama." If she's watching, she knows who she
She,
is, and she's like, "I don't want to do that. I want to have my
yeah.
own
I
identity." So
wanted my own identity.
yeah,
Um, but what's crazy is how I even got into playing
hmm
was there was a particular female who used to be around singing with my family.
yeah.
So I was like, I'm interested in her. I'm going to concerts. I'm going to events.
So it's the girl that
And
gets
it's oh,
us.
it gets me, man. It gets
It's
me
always
every
the girl that
time.
gets you.
And she was way older than me, so it was like no point.
Yeah.
But I still tried.
Yeah.
So once one concert they did, I went to, and at that time, the drummer, um, Josh Mayfield, he was playing that night. And from that moment on, I was like, this dude is incredible. I want to be like that. I
Yeah.
want to be that.
Hmm.
Whatever he's doing, I want to
I
do
got to be
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the moment I was like, I want to play drums. I want to take this serious and I want to do this to the best of my abilities.
Mm.
So shout out Josh Mayfield.
Come on, Josh
Shout you out,
Mayfield. We
Josh
love you for
Mayfield.
that.
Yes,
Ah.
sir. So from there, man, I started to try to navigate playing in school and sports. And then I had summer camp for football. I tore my ligaments in all three ligaments in my knee. And that's when I was like, you know what, drums is for me.
Drums is for me.
That's what's
That's
meant
sports.
for me. It was meant for me because this type of pain should not be human.
Yeah.
So from there, man, I just started taking it serious. Started to meet different drummers, evaluate different drummers, start to develop my own sound,
Come on.
develop my own playing. Um, and then from there, I moved to Dallas for about a year. Was in Dallas for a year, learned so many different things. Came back for a few years,
Mm.
and then I went to LA for a little bit.
Come on.
I was able to travel with multiple different artists, indie artists, mainstream artists, and see this world for what it truly is. You know, see the
Mhm.
capacity of the world. And then I came home and started playing in multiple different groups and bands here, working with many different artists here. Isaac Cates. Um,
Now, what made you specifically come back to Kansas City from the space that you was in? You said you were playing with
um,
all these people,
yeah,
and like, what was
it
it?
was so California is a different beast. I was in Cali,
Yeah.
man. The cost of living is different. The
Yeah.
gas prices are
Absolutely.
different, and
It'll get you for sure.
as things started to grow, so did my financials.
Yeah.
So at some point, I was like, okay, I have to do what makes financial sense for me in this season.
Yeah.
So I decided, that, and then also my parents started to get older.
Yeah.
As people get older, health issues start to arise. So
Yeah.
I started to, think really heavily upon that, and I'm like, okay, they're, having some health issues, dealing with some different things, and I'm like, as their favorite son, and they know I'm their favorite. I know y'all got 7 other children, but I know y'all be y'all favorite.
But I'm the favorite. I got the voice, Curtis.
I got. So because I know how my parents feel about me as far as things go, I decided to come back, help them out, with their needs, and kind of just figure some things out while I'm here.
Hmm.
And for some of the things I want future wise, California just didn't have that
I feel that.
necessary for me. So I decided to come back. I didn't really want to, but things that we want to do sometimes aren't necessarily what we need to do.
I feel that.
So I think on the path I'm on now, I feel that it was necessary. It was a needed thing. So
Yeah. I think in hindsight, oftentimes we look at something and we're like, man, I really don't want to do that.
Mhm.
And then we realize like
It's
God
the
is
best thing
pushing
for
us
us.
somewhere else
Yeah.
for our better. Yeah, for sure. Well, tell me what keeps you driven to land and end up in the worship arena with playing drums and being a musician there?
I really truly believe that though I play in multiple different realms, my heart always leads me back to worship.
Come on.
And to truly be in worship and a part of worship, you have to have a heart of worship.
Yeah.
And your heart leads you towards the things you need from God, per se.
Yeah.
And just, from my upbringing all the way until now, even as an adult, I just don't even feel right not being a part of something that allows me to worship, man.
Yeah.
And to be engulfed in things that are not like God per se,
Yeah.
but to be able to be that light that people see in those arenas. I'm grateful for that. And that's kind of what leads me into worship.
Okay.
Leads me back to that realm. And sometimes, bro, we got to be refilled. You know,
I feel that.
we got to be refilled.
I feel that for
So
sure.
that refilling is a necessary thing. I need that. I need that,
Come
man.
on. I was going to ask you, how do you, when I was preparing, I was going to ask you, how do you balance the two arenas? Because you do get a chance to kind of thrive in multiple different spaces.
Mhm.
If you've gotten a chance to research Lajuan at all, you know that Lajuan's kind of all over the city, plays in multiple arenas and areas. But do you think that worship? Let's flip it.
Yeah,
I was going to say, how do you balance the two arenas? But do you think that worship is the thing that is balancing you with all of
100%,
them?
100%.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of the arenas and realms I'm in, you get pulled on from so many different directions for so many different things,
Yeah.
whether it be women, it be drugs, it
Yeah.
be this, it be that. Um, though those things are there, I understand who I am, what I represent, and what my purpose is,
Yeah.
and I know who I follow and I'm
Yeah.
led by.
Yeah.
So by being led by God and by His Spirit, that I truly believe that I do have His Spirit, it allows me to not even worry about those things. I'm not concerned with the things that aren't of Him,
Yeah.
and the things that I know. No, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be a light that shows you all and different people, hey, I can still do this and still love God, be a part of God, and be a part of my purpose
Come
for
on.
God. You don't just have to be in church all the time. Being in church does not make you saved. It doesn't give you a relationship with God. It's all about what you do when you're not there.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Most people don't realize that the building is for community.
It's for,
It is for community.
it's not a place for
It's,
our judgment.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
not
a
a place
place
for
for our
judgment. It's
persecution.
not for
It's not a.
persecution.
It's a place for us to find community for
Yeah,
sure.
and we need to find community, or we're supposed to find community at church for the things we need help with, things we struggle with,
Yeah.
counseling,
Yeah.
teaching, guidance,
Yeah.
direction. All of those different things are what the church is meant for.
Yeah.
But outside of church, you are supposed to be and have a heart of worship and lead others to Christ.
Okay. Now I want to back up just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because I think this brings up something really important, and I keep resharing the moment that we had with Charmel
Yeah.
a few episodes back, about they need us on the outside too, right?
Yeah.
However, the one thing that I think was very critical in what you were saying, because I think there's this undertone,
Mm-hmm.
there's this undercurrent of like pastors and leaders who really hate that musicians have more than one outlet
Mm-hmm.
than just their space. And I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna ask you more in depth about that. But I think it's critical to understand that when you have a musician who follows the heart of Christ,
Mm-hmm.
and this is how they make their money, and being a musician is exactly who they are, and it's your full time job.
Mm-hmm.
We as leaders have to be able to trust
Absolutely.
that you are navigating the world in a way that represents Christ, not our
Mm-hmm.
church.
Yeah.
First of all, because
Not the
that
church.
bothers me so much, that gets me frustrated, because now we making duplicates of church,
Mm-hmm.
whatever our mission is, and not God's mission.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go out there and you're representing who Christ is to those people,
Mm-hmm.
I think there should be no issue. But that requires a different level of relationship and trust between those that are on platform.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, I I kind of keep myself grounded
Yeah.
as much as possible,
Yeah.
and I try to navigate those waters very gingerly because I've been on both sides of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
So, with me being on both sides of those coins, it's it's a eggshell world
Yeah.
when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know how to navigate, and you also just kind of have to keep God first.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to those things, you have to keep God first. You have to understand what your purpose and your mission is,
Yeah.
and you have to seek God.
Yeah.
That's the only way to truly build a relationship is to seek God.
Yeah.
You know, so with that, I just, I mean, I keep God first, man.
Come on.
I keep Him first, man.
Yeah.
No matter what I do, and I've been in multiple situations where it's like I've been on the pastor side of the coin, and I've been on the musician side of the coin as well. So those those avenues of balancing the church life versus the worldly life,
Yeah.
it's difficult because I understand the pastor's point of view, but I also understand the musician's point of view. This is how most musicians make a living. It's how they live each and every day.
Come
And
on.
if you, as a pastor or a church or a community, if you're not willing to take care of them to the level that they need to, how do you expect? Like, that's like saying, hey, you can't work a regular job because you work at the church. You can't do that if you're not going to supply them with their needs.
And but why and this is not even really a question, why do we continue to place that level of pressure on our singers and our musicians, and we look at it as though it is a bad thing when they outsource business outside of the church, when there are other things? And I love my sister so much, she kicked up a lot of dust when she said this.
Mm-hmm.
But there is so many other professions that is service to the church, like lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
But when they take on a person that's not Christian or
Yeah.
outside of the church, they're not bad for doing
I
it.
mean, we have criminal lawyers who take on murderers,
Yeah.
thieves, robbers, things that are in the commandments that you aren't supposed to do,
Yeah.
versus a musician who's just taking a gig to feed his family.
Yeah.
And to me, I think the disconnect is that most pastors don't understand or believe that their musicians have a true relationship or connection with God.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think, and I'm glad that you went here because I was going to ask you, I mean, you have some really incredible leaders that you serve under already currently. Yeah, they've been on our show,
Yes.
and they're incredible.
Absolutely.
But you've also played for more than just that church before. And I was going to ask you, what do you think the biggest pain point was? And we're here, right? But why do you think that the relation? It's a matter of relationship, right? But why do you think there's a distrust for musicians in navigating both arenas?
I feel like the distrust comes in play because most musicians don't show themselves as to have a developed relationship with God. They show themselves as a musician or a hirely most times when they present themselves to these churches, these preachers, these things of that nature. They present themselves as a hirely and not someone who is here to not only worship God, but enhance the worship production that we bring forth.
Come on.
So a lot of musicians give the whole load of musicians a bad rep because they don't display holiness, relationship, worship, different things when we're at church.
Yeah.
So they think, oh, if you can't do this at church, I can't imagine what you doing outside of church.
Okay. And I think it's different, and this is a challenge to musicians' hearts.
Yeah.
If you can't display godliness outside of the church, I can't trust you with displaying it inside, because where it matters is outside, right?
Exactly.
Like in here, we can navigate, we can love, we can disciple, we can do all the things, right? It's when you leave outside and you turn, it's like you flip a switch on,
literally,
and off. Like when I step into church, I know how to act, but when I get out into the world, I get to be my real person, right?
I get to be myself.
What do you think that musicians need to help with that from their leaders, from their pastors?
I think pastors and musicians need to build a bond and connection as people.
Come on.
Not as musician and pastor.
Come on.
Or supervisor and payee.
Don't love me just for my talent.
Yeah,
Come
don't
on.
love me for my talent. Love me for the person that I am.
Yeah.
And I get it. Anytime money's involved, business is involved.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I choose you as you choose me.
Come on.
In this relationship.
Yeah.
So with that, you have to build a bond, a connection, and a trust from some things as simple as, hey, pastor, it's good to see you Sunday.
Yeah.
Or your pastor reaching out, coming to see you, coming to speak to you,
yeah,
showing you love, showing you care. And I just want to shout out the churches I play for, because my pastors and the preachers that I play for, they always show me love, show me gratitude each and every time I'm there. Shout out Pastor Perky.
Come on.
Shout out Pastor Carlton, Pastor Silverina, who I also play for. They
on.
always show me love every time I see them.
Come on.
And I'm grateful for that. And that's how you build a connection and bond that can't be broken
Yeah.
by others.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that because pastors, I think sometimes, and when we navigate this world, you see these pastors who they're struggling to find musicians
Yeah.
and or they're struggling to keep musicians,
Mm-hmm.
and I think sometimes it's about the money, but most time, okay, in the ministry that I was a part of, most of the time it's not even about the money.
Yeah.
I think if they have a strong relationship, they
Mm-hmm.
feel cared for, they will continue to show up as though
Mm-hmm.
this is their offering
Mm-hmm.
versus, oh, I just got to make the coin,
Yeah.
right? Because I think what's so funny is oftentimes musicians get left out of the
Yeah.
conversation. They get forgotten about
Mm-hmm.
in the bustle of like doing all the things, and
Mm-hmm.
it almost feels like you guys are afterthought
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you shouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
And really, what you're saying is that relationship. If we navigate relationship building,
Yeah.
and make a musician feel like they're human and not
Yeah. And not just
a
a pay.
talented
Yeah.
robot, you know?
Yeah. Like, hey, I paid you already, so
Yeah,
there's nothing else I need to do.
that's crazy.
You know, and I've worked with people and been at places like that,
Yeah,
and it's like, if you treat me that way, don't expect me to do anything for you outside of what you can pay. Period.
okay.
Because God forbid, and I do believe both of the ministries I play at, they are fruitful and multiplied grounds.
Yeah,
But if they came out on hard times, I would still be there because of the way they treat me.
yeah,
Not because they can pay me, but the way they treat me.
that's it.
I'm
Yeah,
not just a musician to them. I'm a person. I'm Lajuan. I'm a human being.
yeah,
They care about my well-being.
so
They
important.
they make sure I'm okay. They check on me, and that's another thing I think musicians deal with a lot. And like you just said, they're treated like a talented robot.
Yeah,
Not once have I heard some of my friends and colleagues in the music ministry say, "Yeah, my pastor checked on me, man. He made sure I was good. He
yeah,
he called me to check on me, da 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 da." And I think that's why there's such a disconnect from pastors versus musicians,
yeah,
is because the relationship isn't there.
yeah,
It's I give you a check and you perform a service for me,
yeah,
like I'm a contractor or something.
yeah,
I'm here at your ministry, working to help build your ministry.
yeah,
One, two, and we're working side by side to put on a worship experience each and every week for the people who need it.
yeah,
So we have to be connected and in sync spiritually
yeah,
in order for this to work, grow, and to be fruitful.
yeah.
And I feel like there's so many pastors and preachers and musicians who deal with that disconnect on a weekly basis. And I don't think it's just the pastors either.
It's not
There's
just
a lot
pastors,
of
yeah,
musicians who just, church is a check,
yeah,
church is a job.
yeah,
And as long as that church is going to pay me what I want, I'm going to be there.
yeah.
There's a lot of musicians who, if you wasn't paying them, they would never go to church. You never see them in it. And I love my
So,
I love my boys, but
do we continue to hire them for their talent,
that's a great
or
question. I would
do we
say,
get more concerned about who they are as people in their heart?
so I have two answers to that.
Okay.
Because again, I've been on both sides of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as a musician, I would say yes, because the ability to be able to dictate and control a lot of things in church and in a service and in a movement, musicians have that at
Yeah.
the palm of their hands.
Yeah.
So to keep what you do have and not take away from you what you have, I would say yes for the musician side. But as for the pastor side, I would say you should do some more soul searching, connecting, and building with musicians before you truly invest fully
Okay.
in them.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I can pay you a dollar amount, but I could also pay you more of a dollar amount if I make that investment in you.
And this wasn't a trick question for you. I feel
Yeah.
like it kind of could feel like that. It's funny.
No, it's good.
I
It's good.
think, and I'm at a very interesting space. I think if if there is okay, let me put it this way. For some musicians, the only God that they're going to get all week is being right there,
On
right?
Sundays.
So you have to navigate this balance of like, oh dang, if I cut them from the team, I'm doing the reverse of what I really want to do. And I think maybe that means that for leaders, it takes a lot more, because that means that I have to invest more time in getting to know you and starting a relationship and being okay with the fact that you may be upfront like, oh, this business, right? And I need to spend some time seeing if this is just business for you, or if you're okay with receiving relationship, right?
Absolutely.
And not a oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this kind of relationship, but more of a
just
hey, tell me about you.
Understanding who you work with, and then also understand who you're leading. Because us as musicians, wherever we play at, is 99.9% of the time who we consider to be our pastor, our shepherd, our leadership. And with that, I mean, like, you then take on the responsibility of my soul as my leader. And a lot of musicians don't understand that. And it's like, when you choose where you go and play it, you can't go to your church on Sundays. You're not there on Sundays, because they 9 times out of 10 start at the same time. So because of that, it's like, if you do decide to be a part of another ministry, when do you have time to actually go there? When do you have time to receive word? When do you have time to build that bond with your pastor or leadership to where they can
if you're never there,
and then lead you? So I feel like, as musicians, start picking and navigating the decisions you make when it comes to where you want to play at.
Jesus.
Because that person 9 times out of 10 is in turn responsible for your soul.
Jesus.
Because a lot of people a lot of musicians pick places
and
just be playing, just going there to play. Like, yeah, okay, cool, I'll play here.
Jesus.
But for a dollar amount, you can make that dollar amount anywhere else. I'm telling you now, these pastors ain't paying $1,000. They're not paying life-changing money to play.
And he would know. You would know.
They're not paying life-changing money to play.
I agree.
So at the end of the day, you have to think about 2 things as a musician. Is this the place for me where God wants me, 1? And 2, are you going to be able to connect and build here with this ministry?
Jesus, that's so good.
And
can your family grow here while you're playing, you know?
Musicians, we have to start really thinking about that in general, because, again, musicians just play, bro. We love what we do. And we do it well, most of us. And because we love what we do and we do it well, we see dollars. If you removed money from the church as far as paying, 9 times out of 10, there would be no musicians in church. You wouldn't have no organ player, you wouldn't have no drummer, no guitar player, no bass player. This is no shade to anybody that has to play to provide for their family. But start thinking about your relationship with God, your connection to a community of God. Because when them dollars go away, bro, when that ability and that talent goes away,
come on.
Because once you get older, there's always somebody better.
Listen, and the hands don't work the same.
And they don't
your
work
feet
the
don't
same.
work the same. Voice don't work the same.
What will you do then? You will need that church. You will need that community. You will need that pastor to be there for you in that time.
Man, you're talking good, bro.
You have to take value in the people that you serve and work with, man. And you have to understand who you're working with.
Talking good, man.
So yeah, man,
I love that.
That's where I'm at with that.
I love that. But now I'm gonna pivot just a little bit, because I'm just curious. I want to know, and leaders hear Lajuan and what he just said. We're gonna pivot to another question, but hear exactly what he said. You need to prioritize where you play, but also prioritize what is feeding. Yes, take the gigs that you need, right? But is there a space that's feeding your soul that you can volunteer your time that serves the Lord? right? But it feeds you, even if they're not paying you. It is something heavy that we have to consider. Like, you can get into a car accident tomorrow and you ain't playing no drums no more because you're paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
All the things, your eternal soul, I think, is what God is more concerned about than your gifts. I've said this before. God is not impressed with your gifts.
He gave them to you.
He wants you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wants you. He knows how them gifts gonna work. He knows when they're gonna end. He knows when they're gonna run out. When they whatever. He wants you. He don't care nothing about that. But the question that I want to ask you, what most people don't, and this is specifically for a worship arena. I've seen you play for people like Jacqueline Carr,
Yeah.
bro, and many other names that can go on your resume to name. But what I want to ask you, but I've also navigated with you like wedding bands here in Kansas City. We have a band called Twice on Sundays, and we've navigated
Shout
that.
out TOS. Love y'all. Love y'all.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all are amazing. Come on. But I want to know, do you have to go a different place when you play worship versus when you're doing what you do for TOS, which is fun, all the things, but your posture, your person, how you play, have to navigate and go to a completely different space when you do worship?
I definitely feel like you have to go into a totally different space, mind wise, playing wise. Everything you do with worship has a connection to everybody that's listening and around.
Yeah.
And because you have the ability to change lives by what we do as musicians, singers, worship leaders, all of those things, because we have the ability to help set someone free, help change their thought process of mind about what they want to do. Because some people come into church ready to kill themselves. They come into church with the thought of suicide on their mind, and just by the worship songs they hear, by the level of praise, the praise and worship team or the worship leader may be able to point them out or feel their spirit.
That's
be like,
right.
hey, I love you. I'm hugging on you. I'm showing you love.
That's right.
God is here for you. God has what you need. Because we have that authority and ability through the power of God, we have to address and be different in that space than we are in any other space.
Come on.
We have to take it serious. We have to go into each situation with a heart of worship and mindset of worship and praise and glorification of the Lord and God. And because we have to do that, your mindset has to be locked in and focused on God. You have to really be attentive to the spirit and the move of God as things are happening, because what you play and what you do can change the atmosphere within seconds.
That's right.
Just a moment. It could be the simplest thing you do, but you have to be so locked in, connected, and really just synced with God, man. Just sync with God when it comes to worship leading, playing, and just having a posture in the heart for the Lord and for the people.
Yeah.
Because we are there not to just serve ourselves, but the people of God.
Yeah.
Because they're yearning and they want God more. So with how we present ourselves, we have to present ourselves in the same way we would go to God.
Yeah.
So 100% you have to lock in a totally different way.
Yeah. And I think what I'm hearing you say, and I love this, to our musicians who feel like you just are playing on a Sunday, Lajuan saying your gift is more important than that. It's critical. Your gift has the ability to heal. Yes, that's right. You're important musicians. It's not just singers that get up there and prophesy and exhort that changes the atmosphere, but there is a flow, a heavenly flow that happens in a worship setting that is navigated by the hands of our musicians, right?
Absolutely.
And sometimes, let me rewind. David, when David was driving out enemies from Saul, what was he doing? He was playing a harp. It doesn't say that he opened his mouth to sing. It doesn't say that he gave words of prophecy. It doesn't say that he was exhorting. It just said by his hands, he brought healing through a harp, right? And that means that what you do is important, but the space that you navigate also has to be approached differently from what I'm hearing you say, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
You have to navigate that space differently, and you have to navigate that space with pure intentions.
Come on. Ooh, say that one more time for them.
You have to navigate that space with pure intentions.
My God.
Your heart has to be pure of mind, pure of heart, to really lead people, man.
Come on.
And a lot of times people lead, like I hear a lot of musicians say, yeah, I'm about to go kill, I'm about to go do this at a service. What are we doing, y'all?
What happened to hearing the Lord?
what are we doing?
Yes.
Yes, you got to play good. Yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
But your intention shouldn't be to play good. It should be to lead.
Absolutely.
And worship.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a drummer. You're a worship leader. Yeah, I'm a keyboard player. You're a worship leader. Yeah, I'm a guitar player. You're a worship leader. You're leading people into worship. As a collective body, everybody who was on that stage, who was on that platform, together we are the leading of worship for the people of God.
Come on.
We are not just a musician or a guitar player, a drummer, a bass player, a keyboard player. We as a collective unit have to work together to lead those in worship.
Come on.
It's a unit. We have to be a unit.
It's team. It's a team thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love that because even worship leaders can hear that and say, oh, snap.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to take my musicians more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Our pastors can think the same way when they hear from you. Like, maybe I need to take my musicians a little bit different. Not apply pressure, but apply relationship.
Exactly.
You know? And I think that's beautiful, man. Well, our time is coming to a close, but the one thing that I want to hear from you is, what is your worship aphorism?
My worship aphorism. That's a good one. That's a deep question.
Yeah.
For me, that is growing, developing, and being who God wants me to be. I know I'm a musician. I know I play. I've been across this country and this world. I've seen a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of things. But I truly just want to have and be in tune with the heart of God.
Yeah.
And to be a shining and bright spot for people who don't know God and see Him through me.
Yeah.
And I want to show them that you can still be a part of the cool kids club and love God, be a part of God, be everything He needs you to be, and just follow and be in the purpose of what your life is for God.
Yeah.
You can still be cool and have all the whatever, you know, be social media, whatever you want in life. You can have all that, but your heart and your mind has to be locked in, focused on God, and to live in the purpose that He has for you.
Yeah.
Don't fight it.
Yeah.
I've personally, I thought, you know, a lot of my purposes and gifts I have from God, and I'm just now starting to walk in those things, because you can't run from them.
No, they'll still be there waiting for you.
They're gonna always be there until you decide you're ready.
That's it.
Now, I don't care if you're 155. If you ain't walked in your purpose, it's still gonna be there. So you have to. I want to walk in my purpose. I don't know about y'all. Y'all do what y'all must and y'all please, but for me, I want to walk in my purpose.
Yeah.
And truly live with the heart for God, heart for God's people, and to show the people that you can be a light for God and still be who you want to be.
Absolutely.
Not saying that you can only do certain things per se, but God has many avenues and purposes for everybody. Everybody's purpose is different, and everybody has something different to bring to the table each and every day. So that's my worship aphorism, bro.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it. Well, Lajuan, I have greatly enjoyed you today.
For sure,
and
bro.
This conversation.
Likewise.
This conversation has been dope.
Sir.
It's been dope.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's really cool because the conversation is provided insight for both musicians and for leaders to take an inward look at themselves.
Absolutely, bro.
And even looking at issues and being like, okay, as a musician, am I the problem? And I love that.
For sure,
Um,
bro.
as we close today, guys, I just want to remind you guys of a couple things that you can do to get involved to help out our community. One of those things is you can donate to our Cup of Love donation. All that simply is a donation that helps us support our leaders like Lajuan, give them small little tokens of appreciation of our love for coming to our community and sharing with us what they have to say and what God has done in their own personal lives around worship. The other thing that you can check out is our merch shop. Those links are all in our bios. And then you can also check out our Amazon wish list. Listen, there are a couple things that our community still needs to keep navigating this. Things like microphones, things like lapels that we wear to upgrade, things like cameras to make sure that we're still getting great quality. If you have resources like that you specifically feel God's heart tugging on you that you can donate, please check out our Amazon wish list. Now, other things that aren't monetary areas in which you can support our community that don't involve you spending money at all that we would love for you to do is for you to follow our YouTube page. If you're listening to our podcast through either a Instagram post that you've seen, all the things, navigate over to YouTube, subscribe to our channel so that you never miss anything in any conversation like this. Also go over to our Instagram page. We're on TikTok as well. You can find us on all of those platforms at Worship Afterisms. But also, if you want to listen to the podcast, you can find us on all of your favorite podcast platforms. But in that, things to help us by not just subscribing. If you see something that helps you out that you've heard, please like, share, and repost. They have a really dope little button on Instagram and TikTok and all of our social media areas. It's quick little. You don't even see where it goes after you do it. You just hit repost, and it gets it out to more people. It doesn't stay on your profile. It actually has a special area in which it stays in, but it gets it out to more people. So please hit that repost. And then if it is helping you, I'm certain there's other friends within your community that would love this. Just as we send all our goofy videos all day, send this one. Send this one too.
They need Jesus too.
Send this one too. So I absolutely love you, community and crew. I'm super excited that you guys joined us today. Feel free to put comments in the chat, as well as comments for us, any questions that you would like for us to ask our leaders. We love hearing your feedback. If this has been helping you at all and you want to share a testimonial, throw that in the comments too. We love to hear that, and we want to share that with our community because that's what we're here for. But until next time, I love y'all so much, and remember to use your worship aphorisms one at a time to help somebody out. Peace.